I got some tea to spill. So get your notebook, get your pen, your pencil, get your eraser, get your laptop, MacBook Pro, MacBook Air. You're going to write it down, take notes, get ready to learn. No, I ain't no teacher, but I'm going to share with you my own knowledge so you guys can use it for yourself. This is just going to be a tea spiller. So stay tuned. Period.
You know that on me. Never had a moment where I ever questioned you. You already know that. I ain't never stressed with you. Love me and you own that. That's why I'm so impressed with you, blessed with you. If you haven't noticed, I am at my best with you, yeah. Yeah, they know you're my heart. Yeah, they know I'm about you. I hear when we're apart, 'cause I love me, you.
So today's video is going to simply be about shooting your products on a budget. So as any upcoming entrepreneurs like myself know, we go to work every day to fund our business. Whether you're working part-time or a full-time job, the money that you make at work is going towards your business. And that's the main part of entrepreneurship, is investing in yourself. So with that being said, we have so much that we put into in order to create and give back. When I say that, I mean we have to put into our products. We have to buy our products, or if you're making things, you have to buy the products to make them, right? Making money in general, it costs money. So we have to pay for a photo shoot, you have to pay for the product, you have to get the product, you have to get the models. If it's for me personally, I have clothes, right? So I have to get my models, I have to get my location, I have to shoot my location for the shoot, I have to find somebody to shoot, and you know, it's just a list. The list goes on of all the things that your money goes towards when you're an upcoming entrepreneur. So I pinpointed some of the main things for me personally that I do shooting my own products. People always ask me about certain things that I do as far as like my business, and people always have a lot of questions for me. So I think this would be a perfect time to this would be the perfect platform to use. So the first things first, if you have an iPhone with the newer generation, you're set. Now, if you don't have an iPhone, some people want to use a camera. I have both. I have a DSLR camera. I have a Canon Rebel T5. It's a good quality camera. It's what I'm recording on right now. But like I said, you don't have to use a camera. You can use your iPhone. And like I said, the newer the iPhone, the better the quality. So, choosing whether you want to use a camera or a phone. Okay, so me personally, I like to use my camera, but there may be some times where something can happen with my camera or my battery or anything. Just my phone might be more convenient, or I might use both. Number two is choosing your models. Will you have models? Will you not have models? Are you going to do a white backdrop, just lay them out somewhere, take those photos? Are you going to have the clothes on a model? So in this video, since I have an online clothing store, I'm speaking from my perspective. So this is just me speaking from having, from my perspective, and you take this knowledge and use it in whatever way you need to use it, because you may not have clothes, you may have something else, right? Pick and choose who's based on what you have. Of course, before all of this, you have to have your vision for the shoot, right? So you know what it is that you're looking for, you know what it is that you want to get out of this shoot, what you're as far as the look, the aesthetic, all of that. So it's important for you to pick models, or whatever, based on the look that you're going for. So for my different shoots, I have a brand ambassador, of course. If you follow me on Instagram, you know my brand ambassador is one of my best friends. She's a model, and she's my brand ambassador. She's not always around because she's back home in North Carolina. I'm in New York. So I do choose other models sometimes. And I think it's good for you to be versatile. And even though you have a brand ambassador, it's good to show the versatility between your models, because it also shows that you're catering to other people, not just one look. So that's why, another reason why I like to use different models for different shoots. So you have your model, and then you're going to pick and decide the location or the backdrop of the shoot. So I choose that I'm going to have a model, right? So now I'm going to do I want it to be an outside shoot? Is this like a simple shoot where I just want you to see the clothes, or I'm going to do a creative shoot where I want the backdrop to be like fire? Like, do I want graffiti or something in the back? Do I want like trees in the back? Do I want her like, what is the look that I'm going for? I pick my products sometimes based on the backdrop, and then sometimes I'll pick my backdrop after I choose what products I'm going to shoot. So I choose outside. I want a graffiti background, okay? So me having in mind what products I'm going to shoot, what the new launch is looking like, it is something simple. I may have basic pieces. So graffiti will look really good on a backdrop. I might have like simple, cute, but simple things, not too much color, not too much pattern. Graffiti is a good background because it's going to make the model stand out, which is going to put all the focus on the clothes, right? See where I'm going with it? You see, right? Now, we decided the model goes with aesthetic. We have what backdrop or location we're going to use. So now we're going to pick what products are we going to shoot. Are you going to shoot all of the products? Me personally, I like to have different backdrops for different looks, different products. So I might do 3 looks on this backdrop, 2 looks on this backdrop, 1 look on this, or maybe one day I feel like I have a good area or location or backdrop to do all of the looks on. I'm just going to get different angles and different positions. It's all about what you're choosing and what you're going for the shoots. What are you trying to bring or display to your new customers or returning customers? What is it that you want them to see? Like, what message are you trying to give them based on the shoot for these new pieces? Are you going to do multiple locations, multiple backdrops, or are you going to use one? Another thing that you have to focus on is being very clear, making sure your photos are good quality. You have to really be attentive to the content that you're putting out. That is a major thing, and I'm still learning, of course, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I have all the answers, but I'm like sharing my knowledge as I'm learning. So you want to make sure your content is good quality, or people are not going to pay it any mind. So be very attentive to the way that you're taking the photos, where you're taking them, how you're taking them, and making sure that the clothes look good and the model looks good, because that's where you want all the focus to be. A quick tip, always get different angles and always get multiple shots of the same pose or the same position, same shot, right? So you want to have options. So when I say that, I mean, all right, you have your model, she in this pose right here, right? Boom. So boom. So we're here with it. So you're going to take that shot, right? But then you want to get another shot with her having a different face. Maybe the shot was lit, but her face wasn't looking like how you wanted it to look. So you're going to switch it up. Tell her to give you another face, right? So you got 2. Now you want her to do something else, keep the same face, but you want her to move like a little different. So we're here with it. Boom. I'm just being, you feel me? I'm just, boom, we here with it. Now take that. So now you got 3 of the same shot, different positions, different faces, but it's the same because it looks good. You figured like this looks good, the model looks good, the clothes look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have options because you want to be able to pick and choose. You don't want to be stuck with one and you're going through and be like, all right, this photo doesn't even match the rest. I should have got multiple ones of this one to make sure that I could pick and choose based on what I had to make sure they mesh together and they look good together. You see where I'm going with it? Pay attention, sis. Pay attention. So, all right. So we covered choosing the backdrop, choosing your model, your products. You want everything. The goal of shooting by yourself, pay attention. You have to want it to look good, and you have to make it look good. Like, work with what you got to get what you want. That's how we move. All right. So yes, I take my own. I've had photographers also, but a lot of the times I feel like sometimes it's just more convenient for me to take my own photos, right? So like I said, making sure that everything looks good. Quality content is the most important thing about shooting on a budget. You're not always going to have the time, the money, the resources, so you have to work with what you have. And sometimes you'll find that doing it yourself, doing it on your own, you might get better results than for you that you like, as opposed to had you had someone else do it and it didn't quite look exactly how you wanted it to look, right? So be open-minded. If you really want something to work, you have to figure out how to make it work. Like, it's all about the mindset, the work ethic, and if you really want it to work, you don't have to pay $10,000 for, you know, what you want if you don't have it. So don't stress about it. Just make it work the way that you need it to work. I hope this video is very helpful. This is going to be one of many. I get questions a lot and I just feel like this is a really good video to do. I'm actually I just did a photo shoot with one of my friends. I shot myself, and the crazy part is I actually shot in my apartment building. I'm going to insert some photos on this screen, like right here or here or here. We're going to figure it out when I edit this. But it's going to be somewhere in here. And I'm going to show you, I should do a part 2 of this video on how I edit the photos after I've taken them, how I go in and edit them, and so that they look good, fire, you know what I'm saying, and so that I can present them to you guys. So y'all can buy my ish, because it's fire. But if it don't look fire, you're not going to want to buy it, right? You see what I'm saying? So, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, subscribe, share. If you use this as a resource for you shooting on a budget, share it with me so I can see and see if it worked for you like it works for me. Alright. Whew. I was talking mad fast. Y'all know I was scared my camera was gonna die.